Hi, friends. Welcome to the Meant to Bloom podcast. We are doing something a little bit different today. I'm recording outside, so you might hear chickens, you might hear cars, you might hear neighbors. You might hear my kids coming in and out of the house. It's summertime. They're playing video games right now, old school Donkey Kong on the Wii. Um, but that can only last so long. We may get interrupted. The sunshine will call them out eventually. I'm also recording this by video for YouTube today, which typically is not my style. Usually I'm just super frumpy and not, video presentable. And, I woke up like this and just showed up. This is this is me every day. And honestly, I'm not looking the worst that I could look for just waking up. Um, so welcome to my life this morning. I want to talk to you today about meal planning. This is a really big deal for me to talk about this right now. Because it's been nearly 60 episodes here on Meant to Bloom since I last talked about meal planning, which is extremely weird considering how most of my internet traffic comes from a 2019 blog post that I created about creating a rotating meal plan where you plan out 6 weeks and then, you just keep repeating it over and over and over again. So truthfully, like I got burnout on that a long time ago. I came up with 5 or 6 other ways of meal planning that have really worked for me, which I updated that blog post. So if you find that in description and go read it, it's not just the rotating meal plan, it's my 5 top meal planning methods. And I got really burnt out on just the whole concept of meal planning. But also, if I don't meal plan, I go crazy at dinner time. Like, I don't know what to do. I just freeze up, decision anxiety. There were so many layers to things. Um, and episode what 90? Yes, so last week's episode was all about becoming a confident decision maker, which really played a role in me not meal planning all the time because I became a lot better at making my decisions in the moment. Letting things be easier, letting go of guilt. I think it's episode 68, to let go of guilt and let it be easy. I used to feel so guilty about not letting things be easy. And I overcame that. It took a lot of work. It was something that kind of kept coming back and bugging me and just it was really hard to just get over it. Sometimes I still feel that guilt creeping up when I pick an easy way to do something and I'm like, stop it. It can be easy. I don't want to do the other night I had for dinner just a salad kit and chicken nuggets that I cut up and put in the salad kit. It was like a $5 dinner. And it was super easy because all I had to do was stick chicken nuggets in the oven. I mean, I could have microwaved it, made it even easier, but I was like, if we're doing chicken nuggets, I'm at least gonna cook them like the right way and have it taste a little high quality. It was definitely worth it. And it was honestly less work to just stick them in the oven than to keep checking them in the microwave. Are they still frozen? Um, but yeah, and I chose not to feel guilty about that because what did I do? Instead of standing in the kitchen cooking dinner, I was with my family. We were having a good time. It was, it was great. It was worth the trade-off of not cooking a whole, super nutritious, perfect Martha Stewart meal from scratch to spend time with my family and actually like fill my cup, you know? I think it all comes down to like what you're trading off. If you enjoy cooking from scratch, then do it. If you don't, then don't. And don't feel guilty about not doing it. You got to do what's right for you. What feels good for you. Because otherwise you're just going to lose your mind. And we don't want to lose our mind in motherhood. Like, you got to keep your sanity. You got to keep in touch with yourself, Don't do it just because someone else is doing it, just because you think you should. You got to do what is actually right for you, for your family. Okay? Now I want to tell you, um, I was living in this house where I didn't like my kitchen. I kind of hated it. I went through a couple phases where I like made some updates, I decluttered it, painted the cabinets. It felt better for a little while, but it never lasted. That house energetically was not good for my family. And I know that for a fact because after moving 1 month ago today, we moved into this new house. Um, Life is just different. just waking up in the morning feels different. We all sleep better at night. We feel better during the day. And it's just the energetic flow of the house. Seriously. 5 years ago, I would not have believed that. I definitely believe it now, having experienced energetics in a house. Seriously. Anyways, this new kitchen, it's energetically welcoming. It feels good to be in this kitchen. I want to clean my kitchen. I want to cook in my kitchen. If you know me before right now, that's not normal for me. That's not my typical behavior the whole last 30 years of my life. I have hated cooking. I have hated cleaning. I have gone on multiple rants about these things on social media and on my podcasts. I have multiple blog posts about how to stop hating cleaning so much. Like, this has been a part of my life, overcoming my hatred of cooking and cleaning and just the domestic housewife life, which was what I always wanted. I didn't want to be a career woman because I also really hated having to be somewhere at 7 o'clock in the morning and just like be made up and be on and like be on someone else's schedule. Um, which is why I guess I have an entrepreneurship heart where I want to show up and do things in my time when it feels good for me, when it's convenient for my family, for me to be able to show up and do this. I love not being on someone else's schedule. It's enough about me. Let's talk about meal planning. But yeah, I actually enjoy cooking and eating like a delicious meal. I can say that I cooked a delicious meal. I cooked French fries the other night. Last night I had French fries and some truffle mayonnaise that I got from grocery outlet, like majorly discounted. This is like some bougie sauce um, that I got it like way cheap because grocery outlet, that is the place to grocery shop. You just got to keep your eyes open for new stuff and not like trying to get the exact same as you always get, you know? Break out of your routine and it will be way worth it. Those were some of the best fries I've ever had. And I have been to restaurants where it was like $12 for a small thing of fries. With this tiny little truffle fries at, at a high scale, the highest scale restaurant that serves fries. And these were better. I cooked them with love and excitement and eagerness, and I was so excited to try them with that mayonnaise, and it was so good. Anyways, and that was simple. It was super easy. My husband put some burgers on the grill. I made some fries. I made a broccoli Amish salad, which is super simple and easy to cook. It's not even cooking, it's just mixing. Mayonnaise, sugar, splash of milk, broccoli, grapes. It's good. I could share that recipe if you email me. I'll tell you. I'll find it. There's a pin somewhere. Amish salad, broccoli, grape Amish salad. It's not my recipe. It's someone else's. But anyways, let it be easy and let it be simple. Let's talk about this. There's 3 things I want to really hit on talking about meal planning for the summer. Just meal planning has shifted for me so much over the last years. And what I'm doing right now is letting things be super simple. Okay, I'm choosing easy meals because I know it's light until like 9:30 at night. It's still warm outside. My kids are all playing outside on the trampoline at night, and I want to be out here with them. I want to be enjoying these summer nights with my family. And so there's a car driving by right now. I don't know if you can hear it over the mic. We live on this quiet little gravel road, so people drive by super, super slow. But I want to be out enjoying like the nightlife. I just want to be enjoying my life. I don't want to be stuck in the kitchen when everyone else is outside. So I know during the summer times, I don't want to be cooking these heavy comfort meals that take forever to cook, that just involve a lot of kitchen time. I want stuff that like I could cook it outside if I wanted. Stuff that's just like I mix it and I leave it in the fridge. Things that I could prepare earlier ahead of time, pasta salads and just all kinds of stuff like that. We like to do a lot of barbecuing because then my husband cooks it because I'm not allowed to cook steak anymore. Let's just say that. I overcooked it twice, and my husband's like, "You just don't even try anymore, please. Please don't. Stop ruining steak. This is a good cut. This is good money. These are expensive." So I'm allowed to cook chicken and I'm allowed to I'm allowed to cook cheaper meats. I can experiment with, like with pork and anything cheaper. I'm just not allowed to cook like steak or anything like that. I can do burgers if I do them inside. I don't totally trust myself to remember that the Traeger is being used. There's another car driving by if you can hear it. Um, anyways, that's enough of that. That was a distraction. Um, but I like to let these meals be easy. Like I was telling you, I just picked up a salad kit and then I threw chicken nuggets on top. And it was really delicious. And it lets you try new things when you do that too, because the salad kit is going to already have dressing in it and it's going to be different than, the Hidden Valley Ranch that is always your go-to or, whatever. Like it helps you try new stuff and new stuff is really exciting and really, really tasty. Worst case scenario, it doesn't taste that great. Oh well. And then I do things like that broccoli salad or, a pasta salad or something. And I have found that it can just be really, really easy. But I also, with the summertime, like my summertime vibe is so much spontaneity, but I need things to be structured and planned at the same time. I do not I do not want to get to dinner time and be like, I'd really like to make this, but I don't have this ingredient because we have this habit of living outside of town. So it's 15 minutes to the grocery store. We don't have anything conveniently right around the block. Like it's going to take an hour to go to the grocery store and pick up what you need. 30 minutes travel, 15 minutes to find it, 15 minutes to get checked out and back to the car. It could take even longer if I do it and I have to take the kids with me versus, my husband grabbing it. So it can it can be really inconvenient to not be prepared for meals. Little interruption from a child is cool. He's just tattling on his brother for getting marshmallows. It's fine. No big deal. Anyways, what I was saying is, oh, I like it to be planned but not spontaneous. It's not great for us to have to go to the store at the last minute. So what I do is I pick about 5 meals, and then I have two that are always in the freezer or a pantry staple meal where it's not going to go bad. Um, Something like spaghetti. I've got the jarred sauce. I've got the noodles aren't going to go bad. The sauce isn't going to go bad. And then I throw, we always have bread on hand. We can do some just sliced toast with it. Um, and we can cook up some green beans from the freezer or canned green beans or something. I always have something extra on hand, but I plan 5 meals and I do not assign them to a day during this time of the year. And I just say, I know I'm going to go grocery shopping and I'm going to have stuff for these 5 meals that are all super simple. I'm not getting over eager. I'm not like, I'm going to go cook something, that takes me an hour and I'm not going to sign up to do 5 new recipes that I've never done before because I know myself and I know that gets really overwhelming and I don't enjoy that. So I don't even try to do that. I might, so I'll do like 5 pretty simple meals. And then maybe I'll try one new recipe. Maybe we'll go out to takeout. Maybe we'll have, a pantry or freezer staple meal. Maybe we'll get pizza. Um, which right now, one night a week, Friday nights, we are alternating pizza and nachos or takeout if we choose to do takeout instead. Um, but that is just what we've done the last since moving into this house. That's been our new thing is that Friday nights are either nachos or pizza. We don't feel bad about it. Um, we let the kids eat in the living room that night. We all, it's all about family and not about anything else, We watch a movie, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of planned spontaneity, right? All right, now I want to share with you this formula. There is a formula that I have been following that helps me not feel like I'm going to lose my mind because I get super perfectionistic and whatnot about is this meal really a meal? Is this enough food? Is this, balanced enough? It's got to be healthy-ish to me. I know I get overwhelmed when I try to be too healthy, so I do call it healthy-ish. because it feels good. It doesn't feel overly processed all the time, but of course it's not the perfect healthy meal because who even knows what that is anymore? There's so many different opinions out there about what's really healthy for you, what's really not. Are eggs good for you? We don't know. There's evidence on both sides. Whatever you want to believe, you can find the evidence to believe when it comes to what's healthy. So I don't even play around with that. I'm just calling it healthy-ish. Like I'm not just eating banquet TV dinners. I can tell you banquet TV dinners are not good for you. I can tell you McDonald's is not good for you. Anything above those, to me, less processed than those, to me is healthy-ish. Okay. Um, so this formula that I follow is 1 protein, 1 veggie, 1 carb, and sauce. I learned, I sort of picked up on this from like HelloFresh, and I was always finding that there's like a meat and there's a veggie dish and there's a carb, something that's like it's either pasta or it's on bread, it's a sandwich. So I just realized I got interrupted by my kids. Someone fell off a chair and I paused my microphone. Like I muted my microphone and then I paused the video and I resumed the video and completely forgot to unmute the microphone. So there's no audio to the very last little wrap up segment. But I was just gonna say, so that's the formula that I follow. Reiterating, 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 reiterating what I said before. My formula: 1 protein. It's usually a meat. You do have creeper socks on. The formula: 1 protein, 1 veggie, 1 carb, and a sauce. All right. So this could be something like, well, a sandwich. Your sauce is going to be mayonnaise. Your carb is the bread. You put in a protein, you put in some veggies, or, make some veggies on the side to go with it, something like that. Super simple, super easy. This could be chicken breast with rice and broccoli and some like apricot jam on top. Amazing. It could be a cheeseburger. You got your carb, that's the bun. You got your burger, that's the protein. You put some mayonnaise on it, it's a sauce, or ketchup or barbecue or whatever. You can add veggies to it. Um, you know, you can turn into like a teriyaki where you've got pineapple and avocado and lettuce. Whatever. You could do lettuce and tomato, whatever it is. Like play with it, change it up, don't be afraid. But if I follow that formula, I find like it's a meal and I can do things however I want. Can you guys please shut that door? Shut the door. Thank you. Please shut the door. Thank you. Um, and that's it. That's the whole episode. I've got to get back to life. Children need me, dog needs me, life needs me. You've had your time, and I really hope to see you again next week. If this is the first time we're meeting, be sure to follow my podcast, Meant to Bloom, on any podcasting app that you listen on, or go to brittanyclarkson.com/podcast and bookmark that page. You can find me on Instagram at Britt Clarkson. That's Britt with 1 T. Clarkson, just like Kelly. No relation. Uh, have a wonderful, fantastic day, and I hope this planning helps you through your summer spontaneity meal planning needs. Love you, friend. Bye.